Yeah.
Can you just ask, what did you make of the semi-final on Sunday?
It was a really titanic battle. It was amazing the way it ebbed and flowed. Kilkenny got off to a great start, and Cork came back into it really strong before half time. Kilkenny took off again after half time, and then Cork ran the bench, and the lads came on and made a huge difference. And next thing is then, of course, Kilkenny are never beaten. That's the bottom line until the whistle is blown, and they came and did what they do and did it so well. So yeah, it was a great game, fantastic game, and clearly Cork have had a great championship, and they're going to bring a really serious challenge now to the final, and that's the way it should be. Our job is to try and bring as big a challenge as we can, and I've no doubt it'll be a great battle between the two sides.
John, how much easier is this time of the year for you when there's no school? Because I presume it's fairly demanding up until leaving certain junior certain.
It's great up until next Thursday when I go back to work. So we have to try and get the place ready now to get all these students back in. But sure, that's fine. We've had the summer to enjoy the hurling and have the freedom to go to training in the evenings and not be under pressure. But we're probably nearly ready to go back to school now as well, because we've been off for the last 4 or 5 weeks. So I'm happy to go back. Yeah, happy to go back and get going.
John, would it be a small bit competitive before we
How far back are you going, Matt?
2014, 2019?
Yeah.
They
They did in the first round of the championship, and they put in a huge performance on the day, and they blew us away, and that was we didn't perform that day. So the narrative of being a bogey team, I just don't buy into that at all. It's all these matches are all on the day. We all have our parameters around what we're chasing, and in terms of our performance, we'll go after that the same as we always have done. We'll stick to our routine. We'll prepare well. We'll prepare hard, and we'll try and bring the best performance that we can bring to the pitch on the 22nd, and hope that it's good enough on the day. And that's our job now for the next 10 days to get that right.
John, one of the biggest cheers from Limerick fans last weekend came near the end of Tom Morrison's ball that goal at Scramble, number 3 coming out, and then Kyle Hayes with the hook, and then Patrick Turner with an injury time. As a management team, do you take as much of those kind of the design and work that you guys are really exposed to?
Yeah, listen, it's something that we've worked hard on this summer, and all the teams are now trying to engineer and create more goal scoring chances, right? That's something, but with that, obviously teams are working harder to deny those goal scoring chances, and some of those pieces of defending were exemplary examples of excellence in terms of the timing of the intervention, the technical ability to deliver it, and just the collective unit working together as well. You had 9-10 players working, one would do one piece, then it rolls over to the next guy, and that's for me the most pleasing part of it, that it's a collective effort by the players, and as well as obviously the individual brilliance of it as well.
Does that come from coaching or character?
Coaching or?
Character.
It's a combination of both, obviously, yeah. But we have worked hard on it here in training, and Paul Kinnerk puts in a huge piece on it, over the course of the summer. And to be fair, the players have responded, and we've seen some fantastic examples of brilliant defending this year from a number of teams. But we're very proud of our lads and the work that they've done on the pitch in terms of their defence.
John, how important a factor is speed now in the modern game?
Well, speed is an asset in any game, any on-pitch game is definitely a huge asset, and I know that obviously there's a lot being made of Cork speed, but I can assure you we're no slouches ourselves.
Do you see, because a lot of teams now are playing more running games, is it becoming more apparent, or has it always been there?
I don't know, am I qualified to answer that question? I don't know, but maybe more teams have incorporated it into part of their game. there's less long deliveries of the ball from one end of the field to the other. Possession is definitely valued more highly, and as a result you are going to get more support runners, supporting the player in possession. So I think it's all just part of the evolution of the game. Coaches are bringing elements to the game that become a more wider aspect of how teams play, and I think that's what we're seeing.
John, the league probably didn't go as you planned, but I remember speaking to you after the Waterford game, and you seemed fairly adamant that you were trusting in the plan you had in place. How important is that to, I suppose, trust your gut and trust your instinct on that what you're doing is right, while it mightn't be perfect at that given time, that you can see down the line where you want it to be?
Well, I have to trust the coaches that they, are, and they're planning, be it strength and conditioning or the hurling coaching side of it, or the combination of both, that when they set out their plan as to how they want the season to go in terms of their work, that they have made the right decisions and the right calls. They're the ones with the expertise. Mikey Kiely's got a doctorate in strength and conditioning, so I have to trust that Mikey's work is correct and right. And listen, to date he's got it bang on, and we put tremendous trust in the coaches to get that piece right. And I think the fact that we are having this conversation this evening is a testament to that work, and that it was trust well placed back then that we would be right by the time we got to this point.
And it's about surrounding yourself with those people that you have.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm not qualified in anything of that, but that's why they're there, and that's why they went and studied all those bits and pieces so that they could contribute to decisions like that along the way. So every team now is operating with that level of expertise behind them, in an effort to try and peak at the right time, and to incrementally improve as you're going through the season. And our coaches have gotten that right from the very outset over the last 4 or 5 years.
I suppose we've ended up with a thrilling championship, but the league, there was kind of hurling was having its own crisis of conscience, and you said about physicality and the free count, and plenty others have as well. So those things need to be said, and how do we go from hurling's in an awful state to suddenly obviously a thrilling championship?
Yeah. Sure, we all have our moments, don't we? it was a senior moment, maybe, is it? Yeah. So listen, I suppose we've all upped our game throughout the course of the season, and maybe certain frustrations we might have had at the outset, might have been maybe a combination of a number of different factors. But listen, I think we'll all agree that it has been a very good quality championship. The players have risen to the challenge and have produced some incredible moments and incredible games, from all the teams that participated in it. And we're blessed with what we have. I think the fact that it was played throughout the summer is a great thing. It allowed players to really express themselves and to produce the magic that we've seen over the last few weeks. And obviously there's a lot of very fine young players coming into the game as well, who are going to put a mark on it in the years to come.